And outside, there's a manageable amount of land for Fred.
Right, out you come. I'm a huge fan of courtyards, I have to say, and I think this one's really pretty. And of course, on one side, you've got this range of what, well, would have been the stable block.
A building to convert.
Absolutely right for conversion, and I know you are going to be itching to do that if you were to buy this property.
Yes, it would have to be done. You couldn't leave it like that. You would have to do something with it.
Yeah, but it's nice, and the other thing is it's very, very private, and it's nicely out the wind too. Right, let's go and have a look at the rest of it.
The courtyard would also be the perfect sheltered area for a swimming pool, and as far as the land goes, well, there are just over 7 acres to play with.
But all of this, Fred, is just crying out to be turned into a garden.
Oh, there's more than a garden. That's a field.
There's a little paddock there too.
Well, you name it, you know. So let's have a think then about its value. It's the first one that you've seen. How much do you think it's worth?
Do we go first?
Now there's a question. Okay, on you go.
I think it's probably 125.
Rosemary?
I say 1.3.
How about 1.5? That's the current asking price.
Okay. 1.25 would be nicer.
I knew he was going to say that. Well, look, go and have a wander around. It's the first one we've seen. And have a think about, you know, that obvious list of things that you would want to do to it.
Okay.
Go on then, have another look around.
Okay.
And I'll catch up with you
See
later.
Right.
This Victorian farmhouse is on the market for £1.5 million. It has 6 double bedrooms, 3 of which have en suites. There are 4 reception rooms and a huge kitchen and combined breakfast room. A stable block that Fred is already itching to convert, and all this is set in a manageable 7 acres of land. So, what's the verdict?
First impressions, good family house, good size. I really like the kitchen. I think the kitchen's excellent. All in all, I think it's a well-presented house. Ah, this is a nice bright room. Well, I do like the bay windows and the shutters.
You've got the 2 windows, so you can see we've got plenty of light. Well, it's a good sound building. It has all the bedrooms that we require. It has a good number of reception rooms. Bit of work to be done, which I don't really see it as a major obstacle. And obviously it's something we'll have to consider after we've seen the other properties.
Well, chaps, all done?
All done.
Have you seen enough?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, for now, yes.
Are you going to part with £1.5 million, I wonder?
Need to think.
Well, there's plenty more to see and a lot more to think about. Come and follow me.
Fred and Rosemary's decision to go house hunting in Dorset is slightly unusual, as they've never actually stepped foot in the county before. So, earlier in the week, they headed to Blandford Forum to enjoy one of their favourite pastimes.
What time is it, Rosemary?
What time is it? Oh, it's 2 o'clock.
And the shops are open at lunchtime. Wonderful. This is England.
Oh, good. Let's go shopping.
Blandford Forum was rebuilt in 1731 after a great fire destroyed much of the centre. As a result, it's one of the best preserved Georgian towns in England. And there are plenty of individual shops to keep Fred and Rosemary busy, from butchers to antique emporiums.
It's got all the little keys and nooks and crannies. I wonder, has it got a secret drawer? Do you know, the wood feels lovely, doesn't it? It's really nice. It's got that squeaking polish feel.
Antiques aren't the only curiosities on display here. The Cavalcade of Costume Museum is a fascinating collection spanning 250 years of fashion, inspired by the late Mrs. Betty Penny. And best of all, the museum has a traditional English tea room, serving Dorset cream teas and homemade cakes, something that Rosemary and Fred have been dreaming of for quite some time.
What are we going to do next?
I think eat more scones.
Oh, good idea.
As the sun draws in over the Dorset plains, day 1 of Fred and Rosemary's property search has come to an end. After 2.5 years of living in the south of France, Rosemary and Fred are ready to pack their bags and head home. They're looking for a property in Dorset and have a budget of £1.6 million. So far, they've seen an impressive Victorian property, but coming up, Fred and Rosemary hatch a plan to go their separate ways.
A house for you and a house for me.
Oh, right. That's the best idea today.
And have we finally found them a match for their French Chateau?
That's a proper house. You've saved the best for the last.
Well, welcome to my final day's house hunt here with Fred and with Rosemary. Now, of course, it goes without saying we've got a terrific budget and a county that really does deliver some fantastic houses. Armed with such resources, property hunting down here is like being a child in a toy shop. And today, well, it just gets better.
Our next property is in the village of Derweston, 2 miles west of Blandford Forum on the edge of the Blackmore Vale. Derweston sits in the Stour Valley and is fairly quiet, but just 2 minutes from here is the village of Stour Pane, which has a post office, a general store and a pub. I'm very excited about this next property. I think it's a real gem.
Now then, what do you think of that?
Ah, this appeals. This looks good.
This to me is the classic English archetypal country house. It's grade 2, listed.
All right, right.
Georgian, 18th century, an enormous house, absolutely enormous, but packed with character. Just you wait and see.
Right.
Just you wait and see.
You've got me excited now.
Yeah.
Fred, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good indeed.
Come on, let's have a look. Right, chaps, come on in. Don't be shy, come on.
This looks good.
Now, I wouldn't normally dwell in a hallway, to be honest, on a house tour, but I think this one is well worth considering because there's a wonderful presence to this property as soon as you walk in. What do you think, Fred?
It's very different from what we've seen so far.
Does this period appeal, this Georgian
Yes,
period?
it does to me. Very much.
Fred?
And I do what I'm told. just let me see, let it grow on me.
OK, fine. I hope it will. I really hope it will. It's wonderful. Come and have a look through here. Now, this is one of 3 reception rooms that you've got. This is probably the biggest, I would say.
Right, right.
But what do you think?
It's a good room.
It's very good
Good,
shape.
yeah.
Yes, the proportions are very good.
Lovely, great big fireplace there. Double doors out to part of the garden. Yeah, I think it's a very cosy room, this. So, it is but one. There is plenty more. Come with me. Now, the stone floor continues right through into the kitchen. What do you think of this, Rosemary?
Yeah.
Well, you see, I do like stone floors. I do like that old feel.
I mean, there are some original features in here. Obviously, those great big cupboards, that's all part of it, as it would have been. You've got a new Arga, of course. Which
proper Arga, yeah.
Proper job there. So in terms of size, though, reasonably big enough for you?
Yes?
Yeah, for plenty of room. Plenty of room in here.
Very much sort of kitchen come diner, I suppose.
Yes, yeah.
But you've also got a separate dining room, which is
that's
right next
good.
door. Come and have a look at this. Yeah. How about entertaining in here?
Yes, very nice.
Yes, good size.
It is a good size
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's a sideboard there and you've full chairs
got
there, so you've
cupboards,
plenty of room,
some
and that's
cupboards.
a long table.
It is.
I love this room. I think it's great, and it's a huge size. I mean, it doesn't have to be a dining room, depending on.
No, it's ideal for
I know
a
it
room.
lends itself very well
Yes,
to
good.
it somehow.
Across from the dining room is a downstairs toilet cum reading room with enough literature to keep you busy for quite some time. And there's a second sitting room, smaller and cosier than the first, with a real fire. Up the main staircase to the first floor and an impressive feature landing.
This is quite special, I think. How many landings have a fireplace on them?
This
No,
is
it's
true.
a good landing. Good landing. Nice and bright, airy.
I've always
Yeah.
wanted a galleried landing.
Well, there you go. How many bedrooms did you want, ideally?
5.
OK, this has 9.
Right, OK. Sons and daughters better start and produce, I think.
Don't put the pressure on them just yet. Well, let's start our little tour through here. Right, this is currently the master bedroom. Bearing in mind you've got 9 to choose from, so take your pick. But this is currently set up as the master.
Certainly big enough anyway.
Yes. ample space in here.
Yes.
Ample
good,
space.
Yes.
Bags and bags of room. And then in there we've got an ensuite. Have a look.
They've gone a bit French, haven't they? With the hand-painted
Yes,
doors
yes,
and that.
yes.
I mean, in terms of size, I think it's plenty big.
I think
Yes.
that's a good size.
Yeah, good. All right, well, there's plenty more to see. Come and have a look through here. Well, there are so many rooms to show you here. I mean, it is hard to know where to start and where to finish, to be honest. Have a look at this one. Quite cute, very...
Oh, isn't that lovely? I think
Yeah.
it's very nice that they've left all the fireplaces. So many people block them up or get rid of them.
Good, right. Come on, there's loads to see. There we go.
With a further 4 bedrooms on this floor, Rosemary and Fred are going to be spoilt for choice. Only one has an ensuite, but I'm sure Fred will secretly relish the opportunity of remedying that. And we're not finished yet. For the final 3 bedrooms, we're heading to the attic.
So here in the eaves, we've got the last of the 9 bedrooms. 3 up here, 1 through there across the landing. This is the central one. And then in here, the very final one.
Yes, they're both really very similar, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just a good size double. Can't say there's not enough space in this house.
There's loads of space, and there's even more space outside.
Oh, are you coming to live with us, are you?
Well, I could do, couldn't I? Would you have me? Would you have me after all of
Definitely not.
this? No, but there's loads to see outside, and if you won't let me live in here, I might go and live out there.
Okay.
Come on, let's go out there. So you also get this barn, Fred. That's all included. Currently used as a bit of a party area by the current
I take
owners.
this one on the left as well.
And this one, yeah. And you also get this quite private little
Oh, yes.
courtyard.
Yep.
That's a surprise.
See the old stables and so forth arranged around it.
Full stable block, yes.
And you also get that building over there, built to sort of mirror this range. That was built in 1998 for the housekeeper.
Very good. Very good.
I've got a house for you and a house for me.
Oh, right. That's the best idea of the day.
Well, there's plenty more. Come and follow me. And what about this, Fred?
Oh, there you
Last
go.
year fun from our swimming pool.
You've done it.
I knew you'd get there eventually.
What about that then, eh?
That's good, that's it.
You got a pool house to go with it?
Yep.
It looks to be a very good size. Have you
Right.
any idea what size it is?
It's that big.
I said at the start that this property is massive, and it really is, as there are plenty of lawn gardens, a greenhouse to indulge Fred's gardening ambitions, and a tennis court and paddock. So how much is this country estate on the market for?
Oh, there's the burning question.
I'm lost in this one. All right, I'll have a shot. That's 1.55.
I think it's more.
Oh, well, you go ahead.
I say 1.7.
1.7. Well, it was on the market for 1.85.
There you go. Did it again.
However, it's been reduced to 1.55. You were absolutely right, Fred. What do you think about that figure?
Would require some thinking about, and it requires a bit of work to be done.
Still within budget,
Yes.
but I know you want to spend some money on it.
Very good. I
Well,
know.
go and have a look around and start making that list, Fred.
Okay.
I'll catch up with you both
The
later.
list's already there.
I dread to think how long it is.
It's not how long it is, it's how much it is.
Go on then, off you go.
Okay.
See how much it might cost you.
This Georgian farmhouse is on the market for £1.55 million. It has an impressive 9 bedrooms, 3 reception rooms including a formal dining room, a 3-bedroom gatehouse all set in a manageable 3 acres, and the icing on the cake, a swimming pool. You certainly get a lot for your money, so could this be the one?
Oh, this is one of my favourite rooms.
Yes, very comfortable, very cosy, nice fireplace, plenty of light coming in.
Good dimensions, and it's the double aspect again, isn't it? You know, as they say, the first few minutes are what sells the property to you. So I got that warm feeling. There are things certainly that need to be done. And Fred being Fred, I know would have to address the ceilings because there are a few cracks and things about, but I don't know many people that would buy a property that was spot on, everything. We would always have to do something to.
I like the ground. The swimming pool is a plus, the tennis court is a plus plus.